Welcome back to another video. This is Troy with Cichlid Bros, and in today's video we are restocking the 180 gallon aquarium with something very, very special, the Wolf Cichlid. So let's dive right in. This 180 gallon aquarium used to have my South American cichlids, but this year I built a big 500 gallon plywood aquarium and moved all those cichlids into that tank for a really big upgrade, leaving us with the 180 gallon aquarium here to replan and restock, and I couldn't be more excited with what I have in store. The fish we're unboxing today is something I've wanted to keep my entire fish keeping career, so let's go ahead and get this 180 set up and prepped for that new arrival. So I am very excited to have basically a blank canvas here with the 180 gallon acrylic aquarium that is 6 by 2 by 2 feet. And these two pieces of driftwood are going to be staying the same because they're attached to slate and they're pretty much in place and not moving, which is fine because I really like the look of those. But the fake plants here could definitely be swapped out. They've been torn up by the previous inhabitants. Also the rocks, these pieces of driftwood here, and evening out the sand a bit, cleaning up some of the algae on the acrylic, also some of the debris whenever I was moving out fish before. This tank is powered by a Cichlids Whale 500 and an FX6, so that will be staying the same. I also have the aqua illumination blade on top, which I think will be perfect and really showcase the fish that's going to be going in here. So we're going to drain the water a bit. We're going to do some rescaping with some other fake plants and rocks and get this looking a little bit different. It's not going to be a drastic change, but it'll definitely still be a difference than what we have seen in here before. And I'm really excited for it, so let's get to it. All right, so first we are gonna scrub down the acrylic and make it look good again. I let the algae accumulate a little too much, left my light on a little bit too much. And now I kind of want to use this piece vertically, maybe standing up with some rocks around it, maybe this wedged behind it, just to change it up a bit. And take out these greenish rocks, change them out, just to have something a bit different to look at. Alright, so I changed that up a good amount. See how it looks when it fills up, see if I'll make any changes. Alright, so we got the scape changed up, the water change complete, we are ready for the new fish. I'll probably wait till this clears up and see if I want to make any other changes to the scape. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright guys, so it is finally time to unbox what I would call the king of all cichlids, and even though this is a small box, it's not going to be a small cichlid. So I have been planning for this fish for a long time. It's going to be going in my 180 gallon aquarium over my left shoulder, and I could not be more excited to finally have this. So this is a box from Imperial Tropicals, which I've ordered from many times. Got the heat pack, still warm. Alright, we got this beast really bagged up nicely because I'm sure this guy could tear through a bag. But this is the Parachromis Dovii, the Wolf Cichlid, which, like I said, probably is the king of all cichlids because it is probably the most aggressive and it's one of the largest, if not the largest cichlid. The Emperor cichlid in Africa is probably the largest, but it's rarely kept in the hobby. So I would say this, or maybe one of the peacock bass, is the biggest cichlid. But the combination of size and aggressive nature, to me, makes it the king and the holy grail of keeping cichlids. So I cannot wait to have this guy. So this is about a 3.5 to 4 inch male Dovii. I requested a male from Imperial Tropicals, and I also asked for the smallest male that they could sex so that I could see this guy grow up, and they will grow really fast. Like I said, they get massive. And when I requested that small size, it was really about seeing this guy grow and evolve over time. I think it's going to be really cool to capture that on video, seeing this guy go from 3.5 to 4 inches all the way up to 24, 25, 26 inches. Like I said, they are huge once they are adults, and they get some really awesome blue coloration, just incredible cichlids. This guy's more yellow and brown based when they're smaller, but once they get bigger, man, they're incredible. And you can already see the teeth poking out there, but we're going to go and get them floating in the 180, and then we're going to get a better look at them in a second. Alright, now as always, After temperature acclimating for about 45 minutes, it is time to plop and drop. Alright, so this was triple bagged, probably because this guy is a beast. Imperial Tropicals always does such a good job with packaging. There you go, better look at him without 3 bags concealing him. Alright, what a beauty. This big new home where he's gonna grow out quick. Alright, there he is in the back exploring his new tank. We're gonna go ahead and turn off the lights though so he can settle in, be less stressed, and we can come back and get a better view of him once he has settled in. So it's a couple days later and he has settled in nicely, he is eating and he is doing well. Even at 3.5 inches, he is an incredible looking fish. He has some yellow, brown, and tan coloration right now, but he's got that mean looking face and you can already see those teeth poking out. Just an incredible cichlid and super interesting and personable, and it's only going to get better as he gets to know me and grows. So as they start to reach adulthood, they get much more blue and green color patterns to them. This is one I saw at my local fish store about a year ago, and it's not full grown, but it already has amazing color. So that's just an example. I did see Imperial Tropicals post a video about pulling a big male out of their pond, and you can just see how big and colorful they get. And this guy will as well. So I definitely wanted to get a male because they get the best color patterns and they get really big. This 180 gallon aquarium might be the bare minimum for keeping a Dovii. A lot of people will say 150 gallons for one, and if you're keeping a pair, maybe a 180. So even though he's tiny in a very large tank right now, it may not be big enough for him as he reaches adulthood, but that is okay. I have been known to build big tanks, and I would definitely consider that if I ever felt like he needed a bigger home. This guy's scientific name is the Parachromis Dovii, so he is closely related obviously to the other Parachromis, so the jaguar cichlid, the yellow jacket cichlid like Quinn has, and all of these fish are really aggressive, but the Dovii gets extra large compared to its cousins, and it brings that attitude and aggressive nature. So many times you either need to keep them solo or in a mated pair, but even keeping them in a pair can be hard to do because those two might fight. And if you're keeping them with any tank mates, you're probably going to need like a massive aquarium. We're talking like 1,000 gallons. So it's usually best to keep them solo, and that's what I intend to do. This is going to be a wet pet for me, something that hopefully I bond with over time and just really enjoy keeping him and seeing that aggressive nature and those beautiful colors, and obviously that intelligent, personable attitude that really comes with a big cichlid like this. And the Parachromis species are Central American cichlids, and their water parameters are much more ideal for what I have here in my area. And the Dovii are known to live up to a couple decades, so I might have this guy for a really long time. That's another reason why I wanted to get a small one, is just to see that growth and evolution. And eventually he's going to be a beast. It's probably going to be sooner than later. And when that happens, I'll probably have to remove some of this decor as well. And then, like I said, consider even upgrading his tank. But he's going to be okay in this 180 gallon tank for a really long time. Going to get a lot of care and attention. And even though he's a bit shy right now in terms of getting filmed, he's probably going to be the most filmed Dovii on YouTube ever, because they're going to be showing this guy in many, many videos. And I can't wait to develop that bond, to share the progress, the evolution of this guy, and eventually we're going to have to give this guy a name, because he's definitely going to turn into that wet pet and kind of like a channel mascot for us, hopefully. So really pumped to have the Dovii cichlid here and to show its progress on the channel. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.